The Bastone Brewery, located in lovely downtown Royal Oak, at the corner of 5th and Main. The brewery is a place that is regarded as a treasure by locals and visitors alike. But what separates this establishment from most is its award-winning beer. We recently talked to one of the people responsible for the brewery's success.
My name is Rockney Van Meter. I've been at Bastone for about 7 years. I started here in October of 2005, and I've been the head brewer here, the only brewer here since then. We are a Belgian-themed restaurant and brewery, so our beers are mostly Belgian, or at least Belgian, like top-heavy. We have 8 beers on tap. 6 of them are menu beers, so they're on all the time, and then 2 are rotating with season or just pretty much whatever I want to make. I guess what would make us unique would be we have more Belgian beers than any other style here. We have a Belgian style wit, which is kind of it's a wheat beer brewed with coriander and orange peel, about 5%, so it's kind of light and crisp. A Belgian double, which is a darker style, amberish, maybe dark amber, about 7.5%, 8%, with some slight chocolate and caramel notes. Belgian triple, which is a golden style, 9% beer, light, oddly enough, and kind of crisp, being at 9%. And almost always 1 or 2 of the seasonal beers will be a Belgian influenced seasonal beer. So we pretty much always had between 3 and 5 Belgian beers on tap. So I wouldn't say strictly Belgian, but very Belgian heavy on the beer side. The grain that I get is, if I'm going to brew a Belgian style beer, I'll get grain from Belgium. If I'm going to brew a German style beer, I'll get German grain. And if I brew an American style beer, I'll get American grain. So most of the grain that I get is Belgian. From Castle Brewing Company or Castle Malting is the name of the maltery. It starts from the grain, and then you have to create sugar in the grain because down the line sugar turns into alcohol. So we take the grain that I get from Belgium or Germany or wherever I get it from. You crack the grain and then you steep it in what's called a mash tun at about between 150 and 160 degrees, and then that'll create, the starches are converted into sugars. The starches that are in the grain are converted into sugars. Then you rinse away the sugar, and then you fill your kettle by diluting that sugar solution, which is the mash. After you get the volume of beer that you want, you will boil it, and then you add hops to that. At an hour and a half, you add a hop, and then counting down at 30 minutes, you'd add a hop, and then when you turn it off, you add a hop, and they do different things throughout the process. The first one is more of a bittering hop. The second addition at the 30-minute mark, 30 minutes till the end of the boil, is more for flavor. And then when you turn off the kettle and you add hops, it gives it an aromatic quality.
The Bastone Brewery also uses another process that makes it unique among breweries in Michigan.
Our group of breweries, there are a few, North Peak in Traverse City, Grizzly Peak in Ann Arbor, and us have similar systems of open fermentation. Most places, I would say 90+% of breweries use closed fermentation because it's much more sanitary. There's, as you can see, cellophane on top of these things just to keep dust, debris, any fly or any bug that would possibly contaminate it. It keeps it out of there. So this is kind of an old school process, but it's much cheaper.
One thing is certain, the Bastone is an award-winning brewery that will continue to be a favorite stop for both local and out-of-town visitors.